Minneapolis, and we welcome you to the Thomas & Mack Center just off the Vegas Strip for tonight's main event. 12 rounds of welterweight action, and now the time.
Remember what we're talking about.
Opening stanza of this 12-round fight. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Good shot there with that left. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Halfway through round number one. Oh, what an uppercut. Flush shot. The left hand came in. Left to the body. Good defensive skill. Scored well up top. Boom, left hand comes home. He's going around now, Teddy, like his legs are made out of wet noodles.
Yeah, and my mother was boiling the water because she used to make sure that that water boiled and boiled was never al dente. These legs are not al dente.
Joe and Teddy with you here in between rounds. A round in which, boy, he really just dominated his opponent. Teddy, he's got to think things could be coming to a sensational ending for him when he gets off the stool here.
Well, he's showing that to you right now. I'm looking at him right now, and he's starting to get up. There's a couple seconds left. There's probably 5 seconds left before he has to get up, and he's getting up early. That shows you right what you're talking about. He's chomping at the bit. He's confident.
Uppercut. He's in bad shape. Teddy, explain this to me. Hey, this fighter was just staggered and stunned. Now all of a sudden he's defending beautifully.
Yeah, because he's on instincts now. Before he was thinking, he was overthinking. That happens out in life in a lot of places. And now he's not. Now just naturally, instinctively, survival mode is there. He's doing all the things, Joe, that he was taught in the gym. Things he couldn't do before because he was worried about doing them. He had too many things clogging his head.
And there it is, coming with the jab by Boom Boom. Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. The left hand coming into play by Boom Boom.
You got nice.
Good step back counter punch there. On the mark with the straight left hand. Boom Boom's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. Boom Boom's right hand scores well. The round comes to an end, and now the tough part begins for the corner because their fighter is dealing with some swelling.
Well, what they have to do is get that end swell. You know what that is. That's that piece of metal that you put in ice. You get it nice and cold. It retains the cold, and you have to put it on the swelling. Nice, even pressure. Some guys go crazy. You see it all the time. They push at it. They start smearing it to the side.
Are they spreading the swelling when they do that?
They think in their minds that they're evening it out a little bit, spreading it out a little bit, but they're doing more tissue damage. They're actually adding to the problem.
He brings an uppercut that really does damage there. huge left he just scored with. Look at the accuracy with that hook upstairs. Boom, booms. Legs can't fail him now. Oh, my, is he taking damage. Good block there by Boom Boom. Boom Boom swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent. Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching.
Keep working the body.
That's the clean shot with the left hand that he was looking for by Boom Boom. He's winning the fight to me based on his overall speed. He's just the faster, quicker fighter, and it's making it so that he's able to employ his ways and get the best of his opponent.
Oh, he has that physical asset, no doubt about it. You can see it. But he has to be careful that he doesn't get carried away. He doesn't get reckless with that speed.
Last 10 seconds.
It's all right.
All right, let's look at Teddy's scorecard after 3 rounds, and you can see that he's up by just a round. But I think it's fair to say that it's anybody's fight at this point.
I want to see some combos.
Jab. Pop the jab. Use the jab. Use the jab.
Beat him to the punch.
Not focusing.
Committing well now to that left hand over the top. Able to land another power shot early on here, Teddy. Does he have to worry about trying to keep up this pace?
No, I don't think so. If he keeps at this pace, he's not going to be around to worry.
Boom Boom's right hand scores well that time. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark.
Keep working the body.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? He scored well after being hit himself. And round 4 comes to an end.
Got to breathe.
Let me paint this picture
Right, how
for
you
you.
feeling out
You got to figure out a strategy, and your fighter's down to one eye.
Well, I hope that he read some history books, or he watched a movie named 300. You saw that movie,
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
you? Great movie about the Spartans where they were outnumbered, and they had to get the terrain right to fight the fight. They had to get into the mountains where the greater forces, the great army, could not be the great army. They could not get in there and battle where they could take advantage of their superior forces. That's what he's got to do. He's got to move the fight into a portion of the ring where he will not be vulnerable on that side.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Teddy, he did a smart thing right there. Just created enough space and then landed the counterpunch.
Looked like the will of the wisps, the old great Willie Pep. Made him miss, made him pay.
Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counterpunching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
Trying to time that straight left hand, and he does so with ease. Good flush shot upstairs. Targeting the left hand down low. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. And there he counters back against his opponent.
Keep working the body.
Pulled the trigger on that overhand left. And round 5 comes to an end. One of his eyes is completely shut. They want this fight to continue on. They want to give themselves every chance they have to win it. What do they need to do?
Well, what they need to do is be very calm in the corner, get pressure on that cut, get the right medicines in there, and maybe find a way to fool around in the corner somehow, dump some water, in the corner where the referee has to spend a little bit more time cleaning it up. They want to get a little bit more seconds.
Boom Boom's wanting the counterpunch here, but that doesn't seem the route to go here in this fight, Teddy.
No, he has to be honest with himself and see that. But, people under pressure in all walks of life, in the ring especially, you see it right away. You kind of peek at it right away. It's obvious. Maybe he doesn't want to see what he has to see, because then he would have to discipline himself. He's not ready to do that. Then he would have to make the change. Maybe he just wants to leave it this way.
And yet another big shot comes in. One shot and down, Teddy.
And now he's going to have to find a way to clinch. He needs time to recover.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I give him a lot of credit for even getting up from that knockdown, but he still has to impress and move forward here.
Yeah, I applaud him. I give him credit. But I also recognize that he's in good shape. That's one of the reasons he got up.
He needs to improve the accuracy a little bit. That was comical by Boom Boom.
Move! Relax.
Boom Boom's not having things go his way tonight, but there's one easy He returned fire right there, and it worked. After being rocked, now he gets his man. Big shot comes crashing home. Wow, is this good stuff? What good stuff? He just scored the knockdown after being knocked down earlier.
Joe, that's incredible. And the knockdown earlier actually set up this knockdown, because his opponent, he got a little reckless, a little careless.
3, 4, 5.
That was a great round we just saw, Teddy. And this is why I'm glad I do my job, not yours. You have to try to score that round.
Yeah, I have to score it, but they have to figure out why they both got shaken up and make sure it doesn't happen again. Close round, but the good news, more to come for our audience.
Boom Boom's on the receiving end of a very good counterpunch. That punch just close.
Keep your hands up. Come on.
Now that's some fine work right there by Boom Boom. At the halfway point of round 7.
More
What about his opponent in a spot like this? I mean, here you got to your guy earlier, you did some damage, but now he's fighting with such a defensive style, it can be frustrating.
Yeah, it can be, but you have to make the adjustment. You're going to deal with styles like this. This is part of your education, part of your development to go up that boxing ladder. Now you have to find a way to get to him while he's being defensive. Still use your jab, close that gap, put your punches together more, and start banging that body a little bit extra.
Well-placed left hand there. He is damaged badly there. He may hit. What a big shot. He goes down in the later stages of this round. He's going to try to survive it.
One, two, three, four, five.
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
So one of the ways he survives is if he's been taught. Have good habits, have good fundamentals been put there. You're going to find out right now he needs them right now.
This is such a tough spot to be in here as he enters round number 8. He's ahead on your scorecard, Teddy, but he knows he's got damage to the face. The ref and the ringside position are taking a look.
Yeah, now it's going to go into different quarters, different dimensions a little bit. We know physically he's been able to do what he's had to do. But now mentally, can he keep himself together as he deals with controversy, where he deals with this kind of situation of not being able to see real good for the first time in his career.
Boom Boom's coming out to fight this round after being knocked down in the previous round. Teddy, any idea? Do you think he's recouped enough here?
Well, we're going to find out very quickly by looking at his legs. You're going to look downstairs just like you look downstairs in the basement of a house to see whether or not those bricks are in place or whether or not some of the mortar has kind of disappeared and the bricks are a little loose. We want to see if those legs are stable, if they're firm.
The halfway point of round number 8.
Uppercut, baby, come on.
So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Solid left.
Nice.
Blocks that blow, and then a counter uppercut.
You got this one. You got this one. Head body.
Boom Boom stumped by a left hand. Big shot there. Can he beat the count? I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes.
Let's go. You can do it.
The 9th round of this good fight. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Boom Boom's damaged by a left hand. Oh, that's gotta hurt. That was a big shot that floored him, and it's a big shot that may end him right here.
That looked like the great pitcher, Great Maddox, his sinker ball. Boy, it went down quick.
What do you think, Teddy? Do you think he can survive things here? He's been down multiple times now and keeps getting up.
History tells us that fighters, when they're pushed to the brink, they find a way sometimes, but not always.
And banging away he goes. Can he beat the count? I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes.
stopping this fight. Boom Boom's unable to get up and continue on. So here we are late in the fight, just coasting along, and then that happens.
And that's exactly why it happened, because he was coasting along. Everybody was comfortable. Everybody thought nothing big's going to happen. We're going to wrap it up. And that's when something like this does happen.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it.